We are live.
Okay. All right. Okay, well, welcome to Summit Center for Spiritual Living, where we share universal victory love. And we're going to have Michael light a candle and explain the significance.
Yes, good morning, everyone. So this is our probably the only ritualistic thing we do, but again, I think it has deep meaning. The wax itself represents that there's only one. There's only one, and that in that one, that the divine is in us, as us, and through us. So we are the light of the world, again, in that one. And as we gather together, that light shines brighter. So that's our gift here to planetary wholeness, us meeting together today. So thank you. And I will let Kyle in.
Kyle came in. All right. Hello, Kyle. All right. So I don't know why it's echoing.
The echoing is coming from John.
From John. Okay.
Really?
But we'll let John go ahead and do his song, and then we'll work out the rest of it.
All right.
So
What happened to everybody? Here we go. Share. Joy is wonderful. Joy in the morning, joy in the afternoon, joy in the evening, joy again soon. When we are happy, joy is how. Joy is wonderful, joy is now. Joy in our homes, joy in our work, joy in relationships, joy at the birth. When we are happy, joy is how. Joy is wonderful, joy is now. Joy in accomplishment, joy in getting done, joy in doing well, joy in having fun. When we are happy, joy is how. Joy is wonderful, joy is now. Joy is now.
well, thank you, John. And John's our speaker today as well. So we're going to
John, if you could go into your audio settings and where it says original sound for musicians, where it's on, press echo cancellation.
but he had to go to live. He had to go to live performance for us to hear.
I think it can't be changed when it's in. I think that's because it's in the live performance mode. Yeah, it doesn't give me access to. That's because live performance mode is designed to let other people play with you at the same time. So I'm going to turn that off.
All right. Why don't you just turn your sound off right now?
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, anyways, John's going to be our speaker. And next week, it will be Michael Mangus. Following week will be Reverend Jack Ratcliffe. And then the last Sunday will be Carol Ann Drick. Then we have to figure out what we're going to do for December, but we've got a few weeks to figure that out. So with the holidays coming up and Thanksgiving. Oh my God, Thanksgiving is just a few weeks away. All right, just doesn't seem possible. But anyways, okay, so I'm going to turn this over to Michael to do Science of Mind 365, and go from there.
Good morning, everyone. Good to see everyone. Good to see everyone on our call, and also those people who are watching. And I know you're out there because you tell me during the week that you've seen us. So again, thank you for being with us, and thank you for sharing the joy of the holiday season as it begins. Today we are reading from Science of Mind 365, and Ernest Holmes wrote today about love. And he quotes from 1 John 4 and says that there is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear, for God is love. There is no fear in love, and there is no liberation from fear without love. Fear is always based on supposition that we are unprotected, rejected, friendless. If the fearful mind would entertain love and the harmony and the peace that go with it, it must turn from everything that denies this love, and trusting in divine guidance, open its being to the influx of love, not just love of God, but love of everything. For love is an all-inclusive conception. I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. So today, divine love and infinite tenderness sustain me, in order that I shall not separate myself from this love. I endeavor to see it reflected in everyone and everything. I shall permit only that which is loving and kind and true to find entrance to, or to exit from, my consciousness. Thus shall I be assured that I am bathed in the warm glow of love that casteth out all fear. From the Science of Mind text, it says that love is the self-givingness of the spirit through the desire of life to express itself in terms of creation. Science of Mind 365.
All right, thank you. So now it's time for John to lead us into meditation with a song, and go from there.
Peace is now. Peace is here. Peace is everywhere. Floating in a sea of peace. Beyond all we know. Peace is growing on and on, everywhere we go. Joy is now, joy is here, joy is everywhere, floating Joy is growing on and on. Everywhere we go.
So as we take in a deep breath, just release and relax and just let go. Let's take in another deep breath. And let's let go of it. Allow your chest to support you. And one more great big deep breath in. And really let go of any tension throughout your body. For love is peace, love and peace, joy, power and beauty, light and light, wholeness, completeness, perfection, prosperity, abundance. That is all God. That is aspects of God in every way, and there's many, many more. Harmony. Just so many more things. See, you have a wonderful adjective. That's what it is. It's something that's good. That's God. The God is good. God created all as in all through all. And because of it, I am one with God. In each and every person that is listening to my voice is also one with God. Because God is everywhere present. Always, always, always here, right now, inside of us, individually and collectively. And as we recognize and we feel the beauty of God, the power of God, I now speak my word for sons and for spiritual living. For this beautiful day, it might be here, rainy, cloudy, expecting some snow in the next few days, but it's okay. Beginning of the winter season, another beautiful time of year. But also the leaves were just so bright yesterday and so full. So even though it was cloudy, it was very noticeable. The beauty of God is everywhere. And was as us. It's amazing, that beauty. So as we connect to that inner public light, which is kind of like right behind our hearts, that lights the Spirit of God within us. We allow that pilot to grow bigger and higher, and it now fills our entire body from the top of our head to the tips of our toes. It now goes out from our fingers and our toes, our hands, and it goes out to the surrounding community, to our home, to our street that we live on, out into the city, into the states, in the United States, around the world and out into the universe. So, as John speaks today, I know that his works are God's work, and that his music is God's music, and that he's successful, and we leave here with being touched by Spirit, even more so. I know for anybody who may have a physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual challenge, that it is being met right here and right now. It's being taken care of. No worry, it's already done. So with that, I give thanks for the people that are on here, for Carolyn, for Hannah, for Kyle, for John, for Michael, for Deb, who we don't see necessarily, but she's also here. And for anybody else up there that you have on camera that we can get there. So we're just grateful for that. So I give thanks. Give thanks for all the good that is happening right here, right now. That good is being blessed even more and more. So with that, I just release my word into the law, knowing it is done, and so it is. Amen.
Love is now. Love is here. Love is everywhere. Floating in a sea of love. Beyond all we know, love is growing on and on, everywhere we go.
Thank you, John. And as you open your eyes, please take a moment to also open your camera and into each other's eyes. John, that's my favorite song right here. That just, as soon as you start playing it, I just relax immediately. So, but all right, Kyle, Michael, Carolyn, John, and I can figure that I know you're there. And same with the Deb. So, well, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, John. And I'm going to turn this over to John now, so he can do his talk. So, John.
All right, I'm going to turn off this performance audio and see if it. I don't know. Does it sound okay with it, or is there an echo in what I'm speaking?
Hello, John. What you need to do when you turn the original sound on, you need to also press echo cancellation.
Yeah, I think it does that, but now I
can't. Oh, it does. No.
Yeah.
So.
Hello.
It says original sound, and then underneath it says echo cancellation.
We can hear you fine. You don't echo.
All right. Yeah, I can't find the.
You don't echo.
Switch to turn it on and off even now. You know,
yeah, just leave
ahead,
it.
Something wrong in the Zoom technology here.
Go ahead,
Well,
John.
anyway, I'm going to talk about nature. Nature as I'm being thankful for the nature of creation, the creation of nature, in fact. Because, and as a preliminary statement, I'll repeat something I've said before. I believe that the purpose of life is to learn and grow in our awareness, our expression of the universal creative power. And pursuing this purpose may bring us to serve humanity with whatever fosters the love of freedom, clarifies the knowledge, and engages the creativity for the mission. Experiencing nature uplifts and inspires freedom, clarity, and creativity. And these valuable benefits are opportunities for positive learning and growth for which we are thankful. Awareness grows through creative nature activities such as walking in the woods and fields, sitting by a brook, watching birds, butterfly gazing, gardening, tending flowers, food preparation even, and of course, relaxing by a campfire with friends. Enjoy doing that. And there's other pursuits that enhance awareness as well, like art and music, writing, speaking, performing, inventing something, making plans, organizing your life, conducting business or recreation of all kinds, crafts, decorating, celebrating, especially getting together with friends, and then healing and caring for one another. Very important. These life activities are ones which evoke our gratitude, but nothing like nature. There's a source awareness, an intelligent life energy, a supreme spiritual presence that manifests all it is, the creator we call God. The reality of a creative source awareness, or God, should be perfectly obvious. Everything that exists, as well as every event, is legitimately a spiritual expression. It's part of all that is manifested by quantum creation, the creative spirit, or what we talked about a couple weeks ago, the mystical plasma. Everything we see, touch, think, feel, know, or do is made up of frequencies. The tiniest dot of reality is a pulsing wave in a sea of multidimensional waves. And these waves are organized by creative awareness into consistent patterns of thought, images, and sounds, recognizable to a greater or lesser degree by the nerve brain antenna of each of us being a temporary receiver generated in this creative process. So creative, loving, aware energy expresses by self-aware, intentional vibration through these universal laws to create multiple realms and activities. These include physical manifestation and nature with all its diversity. We have minerals, proteins, microbes, bacteria, algae, fungi, amoebas, worms, and the soil itself, humus, living soil, and then the plants that grow in that soil, and animals and people that eat the plants, and much more. The earth itself is creative. Just go outside and look at trees and flowers, bees and babies of all species. There's a spring, a water spring in the middle of Canton that people have come to for more than a century for water. In the early 1900s, it was the spring house for a farm. And as the city grew around him, the farmer dedicated this spring house to the people to come for good water. And it has been a long time on the edge of this large city park. And they built a nice shelter over it and has a sink with a trough and a drain system feeding into a creek that runs through the park. And there are 4 taps running continuously, delivering what I call primary water from deep in the earth. Hydrogen and oxygen are formed by the planet in the earth into water, and then it shoots up through streams, up through mountains and hills and so on, to the surface and is emitted through springs. Actually, I've discovered 2 springs at a 35-acre horse farm I lived down in southern Ohio a few years ago. Walking in the woods, I noticed a tiny waterfall, and I traced it back up a minuscule little stream to a tiny little spring down in a pit, shooting water out to form this trickle. Another day, I found another spring bubbling up down a hill not far from the house. And the water was running off into this same little stream. And then that stream may have grown larger further on past her farm, with the water eventually getting to the Hocking River and the Ohio River. Here in Akron, we live between two rivers, the Cuyahoga, the Crooked River, which starts up in Geauga County and flows through Portage and Summit counties, running between Akron and Cuyahoga Falls, and then north to Cleveland and into Lake Erie. Akron is on the Continental Divide, where the watershed splits. The Cuyahoga River goes north from here. The Tuscarawas River at the south end of Akron goes south. It starts as a tiny stream you could step across near its headwaters of small streams from southwestern Portage County, Hartville, Uniontown area, and Springfield Township. Springfield Township that boosts it up a little. And then it finally looks like a creek in Firestone Metro Park, where I hike a lot. And it flows from there into a small river through the Portage Lakes, Barberton, and then in the Canton and Massillon area, it looks more like a river. And it's eventually fed by Nimishillen Creek, which I used to live right in front of. It was in my backyard. One of the branches of Nimishillen Creek, there's three that run through Canton. Then they come together and they feed down past, I think, around New Philadelphia or somewhere, Dover, into Sandy Creek, and finally into the Tuscarawas River that makes it much more substantial there. And then later, the Tuscarawas River joins another river to form the Muskingum River and on into the Ohio River. So from Akron, our Cuyahoga River runs north to the Lake Erie, but our Tuscarawas River in the south runs to the Ohio River because we're on the Continental Divide. Well, nature is a masterpiece of imagination and creativity. The cycles of nature, the seasons, and all the changes exhibit a balanced rotation of birth, life, and transition. Think of the variety of animals on this planet. It's been said that Earth is a zoological planet in the galaxy where many species have been brought or genetically seeded or modified, however you want to think of it. Humans are then to be the caretakers of this zoo. We're the zookeepers of this massive garden of plants and animals. However, nature is in danger. Through ignorance and manipulation, humans have allowed our society to accept too much selfishness, negativity, greed, division, and unfortunately, degenerative and destructive behavior. We ravage nature for resources and construction. We pollute the air, water, and soil, and we end lives of all kinds early with poisons, frequencies, stress, and wars. Closer to home, so to speak, people litter trash all about. I imagine the trash gradually breaking down into molecules over time, but right now let's just try and go out and pick up some trash to properly discard whenever possible. I'm always doing that in my neighborhood. As journalist Benjamin Fulford put it, nature is having an allergic reaction to this parasitism. Now, I'm a nature mystic, as well as other types of mystic, as we talked about a couple weeks ago. And it's easy to be a nature mystic, as nature is wonderful and therapeutic. I love nature. I grew up playing and working on my great aunts and uncle's farm. I went to various summer camps every year with woods and water. I was a Boy Scout. The Manitowoc Reservation out next to the Kendall area where we had the picnic a few months ago is part of, within the bounds of the Cuyahoga Valley National Park, which has amazing trails of varying northern rainforest landscapes, especially in that Manitowoc Reservation. Better trails than in the regular park, I think. And I've camped out and hiked a lot all over this state and many others, hiking most all the trails in the Summit Metro Parks and in the southern half of the National Park, plus some in the Cleveland Metro Parks. and Appalachian trails in many states. I've been to the top of Mount Washington, the highest mountain in the eastern U.S., and hiked on Mount Shasta in Northern California. And I'm still walking in the parks. A few days ago at Firestone Metro Park, which is not far from here where I live, and yesterday at Sand Run. The fall colors are pretty much full right now, which is, my favorite part of it. The transformation of the trees over the course of this last several weeks into this full color, I think, is very therapeutic. It's color healing. And on the other hand, have you noticed the increasing amount of fallen trees in the woods and trees with dying limbs that are breaking off or about to? And they're being weakened by an accumulation of aluminum, barium, and other toxins that fall from what are called geoengineering sprays in the sky. I first started recycling newspaper as a kid in scouting, and later I got into recycling glass and cardboard in about 1973 when that was getting going. And then metals have long been recyclable along with used cars. Collecting aluminum cans used to be a way people made some bucks to get by, by putting those to recycling. And now we can even recycle plastic. But plastic objects and bags are strewn throughout the world, and plastic sand, tiny particles of plastic, kill fish in the oceans, which is a critical part of the food chain there. Microplastics are a huge problem. They're in all of us. Broken down plastic pieces and particles. They contaminate the ocean, fish, water, soil, plants, animals, livestock, food, and us. And then styrofoam food trays. You should witness in the school cafeterias that they're still doing it. When I was there, they were just mountains of these styrofoam trays every day at lunch going into the trash cans and going to the trash landfills. Styrofoam is not widely recycled yet. So at the landfill, all this styrofoam joins megatons of other refuse with decades, some or even centuries or millennia of breakdown time. And even worse are the poisons like fluoride and glyphosate, food additives, medicines, heavy metals, geoengineering aerosols. These pollute our waters, our foods, our air, all of nature and us. Now, if you're not familiar with geoengineering, that I write a lot about that. It involves spraying chemicals, aerosols in the sky for solar dimming, weather management, and more. And these sprays have a lot of toxic ingredients, and they're polluting all kinds of things, all our living things. So for ourselves to grow in personal awareness and effectiveness in this life, we must awaken to the crisis that we're here to deal with and learn to minimize the poisons and the effects of them. The good news is that we are collectively undergoing a major transformation to higher awareness. Recognition of the issues is the start of making it better. If we work together in collective consciousness with the higher understanding of wholeness, awareness, and love, no matter what serious changes occur, conscious living will go on. With corrective action and healing, with forgiveness and love, even those in the power cult may eventually be transformed into loving goodness. Growth and improvement in awareness will continue to manifest. A greater understanding and appreciation of this profound experience of life will result with more and more people. And as we participate together in creative awareness, self-aware love, and pursue our intention, we have the ability of creative thinking, feeling, and action that benefits everyone. We can use this ability to creatively engage reality in a way that serves our collective advancement and conscious growth and the renewal of harmony and the beauty on this planet. It's the birthright of every being to freely pursue and enjoy the wonders and insights of nature and living as creative awareness. So ideally, we learn to do this without harming or impeding others who are also self-aware love energy. In essence, the same awareness we are in other forms. Similarly, we can learn to appreciate and care for nature. What does Ernest Holmes have to say about nature? In some portions of the Science of Mind, he speaks of it. He said, I am guided by the same intelligence and inspired by the same imagination which scatters the moonbeams across the waves and holds the forces of nature in its grasp. He also said, nature will not let us stay in any one place for too long. She will let us stay just long enough to gather the experience necessary to the unfolding and advancement of the soul. This is a wise provision, for should we stay there too long, we would become too set, too rigid, too inflexible. Nature demands change in order that we may advance. Of course, we see nature changing all the time. In fact, we're going to have some snow tomorrow, they say. Behind the appearance of duality and change, the binary sea of power, the plus-minus consciousness matrix, manifesting the created order in all its forms and variations, behind all of that is the one network of energy behind all appearances, the one. Everything is interrelated, being created of pulsing vibrations, strings or filaments of frequency, plasma, guided by intelligent awareness. Knowing that we are this creative self-awareness, we can focus on expressing ourselves as that. We can speak and act as spiritual agents of creative, aware energy. We can know and be in loving relationship with everyone and everything, ourselves as that. We can speak and act as spiritual agents of this creative energy. We are, in essence, all one and of the same nature as each other. We and nature are one network of enlightenment, and we are grateful for the creative fun. Let me share the words of one of my songs about nature. The sun, the rain, the breeze, the forest and the trees, fruits, herbs, and animals to help us and to please, a waterfall, a stream, leaves and grass so green, woodchucks and chipmunks play in a woodsy scene, fragrant flowers in the fields, butterflies and bees delight, bats flying in the night using radar for their sight, the spinning wheel of seasons, the eagle in its flight, the rush of wind on colors dancing in the light, berries on the bushes, pawpaws falling down, brown pears and black walnuts lying on the ground, mushrooms on a log, leaves floating in the sky, the calling of the birds. Do you know what? Do you know why? If we love nature and want to stay alive, restore natural living for us to survive. Well, as I've been in the habit, I have some photographs to share. So let me see if I can bring that up here. Now this looks like a carpet. What do you think that is? That is algae on the canal. Looks like you could walk across it, doesn't it? But that's algae on the canal, so thick that it completely covers the canal. And there's a couple leaves, fall leaves laying there on the algae surface. I love clouds and water and trees. So, just look at the layers of clouds in this photo out at Summit Lake a few weeks ago. Just off into the distance forever, clouds and clouds and clouds. Look at these clouds I saw the other day at Firestone Metro Park. They look like an attack vector or something, like heading west across the water. And look at the reflection down in the water there. That is a mushroom in my friend Wendell's yard a couple of years ago. It's like, really? And look at this shot from Springfield Bog of the colors and the lighting. It's like layers of the field going up the hill there with different beautiful colors. the contrast between these pinkish leaves on these little bushy trees with the greens of other bushes. It's pretty nice color. Then we have fall at Mogador Reservoir, Firestone Metro Park, another one from Firestone Metro Park. This is in my backyard a few days ago. And you can actually make art out of nature for yourself and put it on display. I just gathered up some leaves and laid them out in a leaf shape. And there it is. Flowers, wildflowers, or intentional flowers in your yard. And I encourage everybody to have their own garden. These are my peppers and tomatoes and gladiolas, and these over here are potatoes growing. I'm eating those now. Get rid of that. And there, of course, is my little cousin with her butterfly nose. And other flying entities that might bug us once in a while, but they, when you look up close, they're pretty nice looking, actually. Little fly. That is a white heron, not a blue heron, a white heron that's out at Mogador Reservoir. And Marcia, my friend, and I got to hang out with it for quite a while. We got a number of shots of that white heron. And this is one of the most beautiful birds in the Cuyahoga Valley. This is not my own photo. This is my friend Jeff that spent a lot of time shooting photographs, and he actually had them published in the Cuyahoga Valley newsletter, National Park magazine. That is a cedar waxwing eating a berry that is one of its favorite foods when they're ready, you know. And I have a mulberry tree in my yard where birds come in the spring and July and into June into July. Tons of birds and squirrels just flooding my yard for these berries. But that was a great shot. Little beautiful color in that bird, the yellow and the beige, and quite an interesting bird. Then we have our friendly ducks over at Firestone Metro Park. They're always there. That's in the Tuscarawas River right there. And here's one of my neighborhood feral cats that comes to my water station. I have several, about 5 or 6 cats, I think, and skunks, which blend in with the cats a little bit there. So nature, it's remarkable. It's something we should all enjoy and spend time in. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Tom. That was great. And I always enjoy the pictures that you do afterwards. But just, you were right. You were talking about how the leaves were so bright right now. And they are. And I don't remember them being this bright in September. Usually in October, yes, but not December, November. But yeah, they're fantastic. Thank you, Don.
I used to live in New England, and the leaves there are stunning, especially in Vermont. If you've ever been to Vermont for fall, it's really something. But even it seems to last a long time there. And I remember driving north through Connecticut into Massachusetts. At this time of year, the hills are just golden and beige and so rich. Look like a rich carpet of beauty. It's a great time of year for color.
Absolutely. Is there any comments or questions? Hello, Tim, by the way. Okay. Well, if there are no more questions or comments, we'll let John go on.
Well, guess what song I'm going to do? One of my nature songs. To get rid of some stuff here. Morning comes, the day is new. Hear again the song of life around you. The sun is out, birds are singing too. The clouds are light, the fields are wet with dew. We go for a walk in the morning, enjoying nature's life again. Listen now to the singing of the song of life we're living in. Afternoon, it's warm and quiet here. We see bees on fragrant flowers and a deer. Squirrels on high leap from tree to tree. Chipmunks at our feet are feeling free. We go for a walk in the afternoon, enjoying nature's life again. Listen now to the singing of the song of life we're living in. Evening's coming on, crickets have their say. Froggies croak good night to the closing day. The moon and stars tell earth that the night is here. The grass lies still, the shadows of the trees draw near. We go for a walk in the evening, enjoying nature's life again. Listen now to the singing of the song of life we're living in. Night grows dark, thunder rolls around. Lightning flashes, trees dance to the sound. The wind and rain build up as a storm comes on. The power of nature peaks, then the storm calms down. Morning comes, the day is new. Hear again the song of life around you. Hear again the song of life around you.
Thank you, John. That is always beautiful. So it is that time in our service where you have the opportunity to give. And to do that, there are several ways you can do it. You can go to Zelle, or you can go to PayPal. And if you do SSC of Akron at gmail.com, you can give that way through either PayPal or Zelle. Or you can send a check or money order to with the word summit on it, and to 1199 Lexington Avenue, Akron, Ohio 44310. And we'll make sure it gets put in the account and used as needed. So as we symbolically take these gifts, right top over left, just bless them. These gifts are blessed in a very special way. They are going to the work of Summits, the Center for Spiritual Living, and the truth that sets us free. And we are grateful and thankful for all that give, and know that it also goes back to the givers 10 times or more. But it is just wonderful to be able to give and to receive. So with that, we give thanks. And so it is. Amen. Okay, John, how about some good, more good?
Good and more good is mine, and ever increasing good is mine. Unlimited, infinite good is mine. Wherever I go, I see good. Whatever I do, I feel oh so good. I'm worthy and entitled to good and more good. It crowds itself upon us, wraps itself around us. We give ourselves permission to accept more good, express more good. Good, more good is ours, and ever increasing good is ours. Thank you, Spirit, and so it is.
It's time for announcements.
Yes. I spend most of my week at NT Media, New Thought Media Network. So ntmedia.org for more information. However, the exciting news I want to share with you is that if you have not gotten the email yet, is we are join Carol Ann for a time of deep gratitude. And this will be on Monday, November the 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I will just read parts of this and have Carol Ann then also comment. The pilgrims gathered with the Native Americans to give thanks for the harvest and new friendships. So it's also a time for us to come together and give thanks for family and friends, old and new. So let us go deep into the vibration of gratitude, letting go of any frustrations and surround ourselves with the energy of gratitude, good health, and prosperity. We know that it is given as we believe, so let us release any old thought patterns that may be holding us back. And let us move deeply into love, beauty, and warmth of a generous universal mind. It is the Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. And this is Carol Ann's gift to us, her friends, old and new. So again, and I'll have her, if she'd like to say a few words, but we need to know how many people by November the 22nd. So for those of you who are online, if you would let me know it's Pastor Michael Mangus at gmail.com, Pastor Michael Mangus at gmail.com. Carol Ann, do you have anything that you would like to say about this?
Absolutely. I'm so excited about this time of giving and being able to share this time of Thanksgiving and giving with family, with friends, actually old friends and new friends, and clients, and anyone who would like to take the time to just realize the beauty, the magnificence that we have in this world and the incredible opportunities that we have, and give thanks for family, for our friends, for our life, knowing that it's done unto us as we believe. So let's strengthen that belief in knowing the abundance of the universe. Thank you.
So that is coming up here in the next few weeks. Now we need to know though by November the 22nd, so that we can have a large enough Zoom room. So again, if you could do that, I'm going to put my email in the chat. I think Tim and Hannah, I don't think were on the email list, but let us know by then how many people to expect. And again, we need to know by the 22nd. This is completely, totally free. If you want to give a gift to Summit Center for Spiritual Living, we'll give you an opportunity to do that. But this is completely and totally free. Please join us again as we go into the holidays. It's really easy to get caught up in all the busyness and to really miss the meaning. So this puts meaning back into our holidays. So again, a time of great gratitude, of deep gratitude, coming up on November 24th. John, what are you doing these days?
Well, I'm doing lots of things, but at yeswise.com, I have my Yeswise Inspiry blog, and you can check that out. And also at the Yeswise channel on YouTube, I'm posting the episodes there. They're just brief, inspirational little messages. Yeswise.com.
All right. Thank you, John. I'm going to have to go because I have a wedding. Love all of you, and we will see you next week. So thank you.
All right, and Mike is our speaker next week. So, okay, so with that, it is time for our moment of silence. And then what we need to do in that moment of silence is I want you just to put in your thoughts and prayers, anybody that may need some help with that may need some help. So what you want to do is I'm going to bring us in, I'm going to bring us out, and I just want you to just know with me that it's happening right now. All good is happening right now. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Life is real. Life is true. We are life. Living is me and you. Joy is real. Joy is true. We are joy. Living is me and you. Peace is real. Peace is true. We are peace. Living is me and you. Love is real. Love is true. We are love. Living as me and you. Living as me and you.
Okay, Tracy, thank you so much. And Hannah, you can end our Facebook feed now. And, yeah, like it was great to see you come in.